GolemRock is a defensive short king with the smallest bit yet and a blade that punches above its weight class. Despite somewhat low expectations, is this rock actually a hidden gem? UX13 GolemRock is a defense type booster released on January 25th, making it the first release of the year, and we're starting off pretty strong. So hit that like button and subscribe to help push us towards 350,000 subscribers. We're right there, we're right around the corner. Starting with the box, since it's a UX booster, there's not a special color scheme or detail that makes it really stand out. And on the back, we see all of the parts, as well as a portrait of Blader Iwagogo. Iwagogo?
Iwagogo.
Who is the butler of Karura, who uses Scarlet Garuda. That was a pretty sick rhyme, actually. Digging into the box, we first have a paper teaser of February's release, which was already revealed to be Shelter Drake, so I'm not sure what they're trying to hide here. Moving on to the bit, we have UN, or Under Needle. Whenever Golem was first revealed, Korokoro or Takara Tomy made an error when trying to show this bit's height. They compared it to Needle, but the picture showed High Needle. This felt significant at the time because UN was advertised to be 2 millimeters lower than Needle, but the picture confused me. Were they actually talking about High Needle? Like, what's the deal here? Well, I'm happy to report that the advertising is correct. UN is 2 millimeters shorter than the standard Needle bit. This difference is pretty small on paper, but this makes it lower than the other low bits like Low Rush and Low Flat, which are 1 millimeter shorter than their standard versions. This smaller height could be great for lowering your bay's center of gravity and making it less prone to bursts or even extreme finishes. And now I'm wondering if we're gonna get bits like Under Flat and Under Taper, which would be insane for more aggressive bays. Stay tuned for the battles because this bit may actually be revolutionary to defense types in the game. If any of you guys want to get Golem for yourselves, go and check out sponsor of the channel, Mall of Toys. They have Golem as well as bays like Impact Drake and Ghost Circle up for sale, and they're also doing pre-orders for the upcoming Shelter Drake and 25th anniversary sets. So go and check them out, link in the description down below, and make sure to use code ilinnuc to get 5% off. Moving on to the Ratchet, we get yet another re-release of 160. This time in a white and orange color scheme, which may not be easy to match with your existing combos. 160 is a fantastic Ratchet with a ton of competitive use, so getting another one is fine, but it's a bit stale at this point. I will say, the way the Ratchet matches up with the blade though is really cool and very Dran Buster-esque, despite this being a defense release. But finally, we can move on to the GolomRock blade. Golem has a compact geometric design with a blue and orange color scheme that I like quite a bit. The design has grown on me over time, and in my news video covering its reveal, I mentioned how Golem just seemed to stand out in an array of other X releases. Orange is not my favorite color at all, but this is an orange bay done well. As a kid who grew up during the Metal Fight era, I can't ignore the Rock name. While I can't say Golem is inspired by Rock Leone, seeing the return of the Rock name just makes me feel nostalgic. Some of you may have more nostalgia with Rock Bison from the Plastic Gen, or even Rock Dragon from Burst. For me though, Leone will always be the OG. While it is a defense type by design, Golem's marketed ability is a sort of uppercut smash. On both sides of the blade, we have a large metal contact area that wraps from top to bottom. Takara Tomy described this as a fist uppercutting your opponent. And the 160 Ratchet lines up perfectly with these points, giving it some serious Dran Buster energy. Dran Buster has somehow become my favorite X-Bay to battle with, so this point was really interesting. On the edges of the blade, there are these little flat areas that I barely even paid attention to when we first got pictures. But as you can see by the wear of several battles, contact is made here pretty often. These flat sections can and will lift your opponents up during battle. Now, we do have to talk about the weight. Golem weighs around 34 grams, which isn't winning any awards, but that does place it towards the top of the defense weight scale. It's definitely no knight mail, but 34 is just fine. I did make a bit of a stink about it on my community tab a little while ago, but that's definitely an ice cold take looking back. When you put the full bay together, it's so much better than I was expecting. The colors all work well together, although I'm still on the fence about this highlighter green. And the rock motif with the clashing fist design just goes hard. As a 6'4" individual myself, I absolutely have zero clue what being a short king is like. But Golem is proving that maybe size doesn't matter after all. Now let's move on to some test battles, and you may be surprised with the results. Up against Whale Wave, a pretty heavy attack type. Can deal some pretty major hits. So far, Golem seems pretty set in stone. It's not really moving around. Oh, huge strike there. Almost an extreme finish. Not quite enough. Oh, another one. Okay. All right. Golem, whatever, is just kind of tanking these hits. But here we go again. Lots of power this time. Whale Wave is going wild. It comes. What just happened? What? And Whale Wave is barely gonna take that still. Golem was sent into the pocket, came back out, lost a lot of spin power, but still, that's kind of impressive. Oh my god! Oh! And that is a burst finish. These impacts are so loud. Before we dial up the insanity, let's do GolemRock up against Black Shell. Kind of a defensive battle. Oh! 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 Okay, okay. There is a burst for Golem. And, okay, these battles are quite a bit faster. Another loss for Rock. Man, maybe Black Shell's coming back. No contact yet. Good strike. Oh! Dude, the battles you can get from these bays are incredible. And, all right, it looks like Rock takes that for stamina, but I mean, man, Black Shell's got some crazy recoil. But now we gotta put it up against the insane attack beast that is the 39-gram Impact Drake. Here we go. Oh, good. Lots of impacts right there. Good strikes. Oh, there we go. Golem comes back out of the pocket again. And it just eats those hits. There we go. Lots of power. Come on. Good strike from Impact. Good hit again. Impact is definitely slowing down. And Golem is going to win with a stamina finish. Good hits again. Big, oh my god! Huge strike from Impact there. And Golem is out. Oh! Huge hit again. Oh, good strike! Impact is putting its entire weight into these hits, but it's just not quite enough. It's looking pretty good for Golem right now. Barely, but that's another win for our new, pretty good defense type. I really liked using Golem, even with just its stock combo. It delivered some wild attacks and counters and easily handled the power of Impact Drake most of the time. And I can't tell if I'm more impressed with Under Needle or Rock, but both seemed great. I can't tell you how meta or competitive these parts are going to be because defense is my least used type, but I think there's a lot of potential. 3 solid, fun parts and a relatively cheap booster makes this an easy recommendation. Let me know what tests or videos you guys want to see next, and let me know what you think about GolomRock and especially Under Needle in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next one. Have fun and bay away.